What's up guys, Tuber Tutorials here, and I finally have my Blackberry Playbook review, which is running the new OS system, OS 2.0. And I'm not gonna give a long in-depth review because there's a million and one videos on YouTube that already have reviews and even better reviews. I'm gonna give you my opinion and give you, my thoughts about it and if it's worth your money. The price has been dropped, like I said from my unboxing. It's now $199 at Best Buy for the 16 gig, and it's $100 up from that for the other gigs, the 32 and the 64 gig. So let's get into the review. I'm not trying to make this long. Let's first talk about the specs, because this thing is packing a lot of punch. It has a 7-inch LCD display, which is 1024 by 600 resolution. It has a 1 gigahertz dual core processor, 1 gigabyte of RAM. It has a 6-axis motion sensing with gyroscope, pretty good. The storage, like I said, the 16 gig, 32 gig, 64 gig. Those are built-in memory. It does not have an expansion slot for SD card. The camera, you have a 3 megapixel front-facing camera, a 5 megapixel back-facing camera, which both supports 1080p HD recording. You have connectivity. You have a Wi-Fi 802.11 ABGN. You have a micro USB port and an HDMI port. Bluetooth, which supports Bluetooth version 2.1 plus EDR. The GPS is a digital compass, a magnetometer GPS. The web browsing, it has HTML5 full support. It has the latest flash, which is 11.2. That's built-in, enable flash. And stereo speakers and a stereo microphone. Video codecs, it supports MPEG-4, WMPV, and H.264. Those are the video outputs, and of course HDMI. So it has a lot of specs to go down. Tells you that this thing packs a good punch. Talk about the design. The design is very good. It's not light. It's not the lightest tablet. The iPad is lighter. It's not heavy, but it's a good weight. It doesn't feel cheap. Feels like an expensive piece of hardware that RIM took the time to design. The back has the Blackberry logo, and that's that 5 megapixel 1080p back facing camera. The back texture, I love the texture of the back. It's like a rubber plus matte finish. The one thing I like about it is it attracts no fingerprint, but the front attracts fingerprints like crazy. Trust me, this is the only device that I find myself walking around with a cleaning cloth, just cleaning it after using it, because it attracts fingerprints like magnet. And you got that front-facing 3 megapixel 1080p camera. You have the microphone the microphones are here. Sorry, there's two little circle. One microphone. It has dual microphones for better quality. It has that 3.5 millimeter headset jack. You have your 2 stereo speakers at the front, which is the best placement and the best sounding speaker on a tablet. RIM chose a very best position to put these speakers, and they sound phenomenal. And of course, you got your Blackberry name at the bottom, and here you got the HDMI port, which is here. That's HDMI, and that's the micro USB. This is a charging dock for the rapid dock charger. That's from Blackberry. That's if you want to charge it, on the go. And hardware is good. 7-inch screen, which is not small. It's actually a perfect size screen for a device like this. I find myself loving this screen. I love the size. It's very portable, I should say. You can carry anywhere very easy. Now let's look at the operating system. Now there's 2 ways. I forgot to show you guys at the top. This is the power button, standby button, and I guess the sleep and the wake button. Now many reviews complain about this button. I don't have no complaint about it. It's very easy to push. Like, look at that. It's on and it's off. It's on and it's off. I'm doing this effortlessly. I'm not biting my fingernails like some reviews say you gotta dig You gotta dig your fingernails to get it turned on. I mean, that's BS. Look at that. I'm using my ordinary finger. Touch, it's on. Touch, it's off. And you have the volume up, volume down, play and pause button for your music. So there's two ways you can turn this on. You can do the power button, boom, or you can swipe from the black bezel, which this entire black bezel is touch sensitive. Swipe up from that, the screen comes on. Put in my password. I don't care if you see it, because you're not going to see me anytime or no time ever because of that for time being. And this is the QNX software, RIM's new software, which will be ported onto the next generation of smartphones. And like I said, this entire black bezel is touch sensitive, so you can swipe down to get the settings. I'm not going to go through these. These are just settings. You know, you got your Bluetooth, your airplane, your Wi-Fi. You got the bridge. You got the connectivity, security, basic settings. If you click on the Bluetooth icon, it tells you if your Bluetooth is on or off, or if you're connected. See, my phone is ringing. You got the Wi-Fi connection, tells you what you're connected to and if it's on. Your battery, that lets you change the brightness, lets you restart it, put it on standby, lock it, or turn it off. Battery life, RIM says you will get a 7-hour battery life. It will last you through a full day with heavy use, so that's pretty good. And if you hit that gear icon, the gear icon takes you to the settings, as well as if you scroll down from the black bezel. So that's that, and this little icon right here is the orientation lock. So if you don't want it to go to portrait mode, you can turn the orientation lock off and it will just stay in landscape mode. As well as if you are in portrait mode, you can turn off the orientation lock and it will not go in landscape mode. But this thing was built for landscape mode. Alright, so let's look at the how the software looks. You got a pretty nice screen. The pixel density on this screen is very high. I think it's 800 and something pp something. I forgot what the pp means. Pixel something, but it's a very clear screen. It's like an HD like screen. And you got your basic app drawers, like what any tablet have, your basic app drawers. Which with the new software update, you can sideload Android apps, and Android developers can now put their apps on the Blackberry app world. Let's go into that as we're speaking about it. Now, you will not get an Android app market. All the apps will be put into one, which is the app world. So the Android developers have to repackage their app, sign it, and then put it on the app world. There is not many Android apps there is yet, but I'm guessing a few months from now you're going to see a lot of Android apps. Right now there is not a lot of apps on here, and most of the good apps are not free. You know, they're like $4.99, $9.99. That's kind of the downside to this. But like I said, Android apps can now go on it, so that's gonna change soon. Let's talk about the browser. This browser supports full Flash 11.2, if I'm not mistaken, 11.2. Full Adobe Flash, and let's show you what that means. Let's go to youtube.com. This does not load a mobile version like other tablets does, like the iPad. It loads the full version. And let's click on let me turn the volume down. Not ready for the volume qualities yet. Let's load a video. Let's see, let me find a good video. Alright, let's load this Freddie Wong video. I'm going to show you the full 1080p of this. As you can see, it loads it in Flash. The video is playing on the actual web browser. Let's pause this video. I'm going to go to full screen mode. I'm going to put it at 1080p. We got 720p. Let's go all the way up to 1080p. Now, this device is not buffer free. It does buffer, as any device does. No device on this planet is perfect. This does have the occasional checker boxes sometimes, and which is standard because you're loading full flash, so it takes quite a while to load those. So now we're in full 1080p. We're gonna play this video. As you can see, it supports full 1080p with no lags whatsoever. As you can see, it's buffering because it has to wait for YouTube to load it. Like I said, this thing is not buffer free. It's not, error free. It does have some flaws to it. But again, it's a 1080p, so 1080p videos on YouTube takes a while to load up. Let's go back a bit. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but you get the idea. You got full 1080p support, and let's see if I can load a flash heavy website. Most reviews use Adidas.com because that's one of the most flash heavy site there is. Well, now the video is playing. Well, let's take a look at that. You see, that's full 1080p right there. Alright, now let's go to Adidas.com. This is a flash heavy website, and you're going to see how this handles it perfectly. You can see how fast it loads. I am connected to a full Wi-Fi connection. As you can see, all the flash content is being loaded. So that's a load up. See, full flash has loaded. The pictures are moving. You got your flash thing going on there. You see, just wonderful. The flash on this just works perfectly. So that's the browser for you. All right, enough with that. And if you want to close the app, we'll get to that later. That's the browser. Now let me take you to one of the preloaded videos just to show you a good video quality. Again, you will not see it perfectly on the camera, but in person this thing looks amazing. We're gonna play this demo video, which is a full 1080p video. You can see the quality on this thing is phenomenal. In person it looks even better. You got nice contrast, you got everything on this thing just works perfectly. Alright, now let's talk about the big thing with this tablet is the multitasking. The multitasking on this is the best. So let's say I'm in my messages. Email is now new with OS 2.0. It now supports your email contacts. It puts your Facebook, your Twitter, and all your emails in one. You click on this little folder right here and it tells you that's the compose new. Click on the arrow. As you can see, my Twitter is linked to it with 2 of my email accounts. See, my AOL is linked, my Gmail is linked, and my Twitter is linked. So let's see, I'm in my messages, and let me type a new message. I'm typing a message. That's some random message, and I'm bored of typing messages. Let's say I want to go to my browser for a minute. Just swipe up from the black bezel. It doesn't close your messages like most tablet does. It creates a thumbnail, and now you can go to your browser. Let's say I'm going to my browser. I want to go. Let's say I want to go on eBay. I want to go on eBay. I want to do some shopping on eBay. I'm trying to outbid somebody on eBay. Okay, it loads the eBay mobile site. Let's load the eBay full site. So I'm on eBay, shopping. I'm tired of shopping, so I'm going to swipe up. Now your web browser doesn't close, it stays open. And let's say I want to download an app, I want to play some game. Go to my app world. App world opens up. Wait for that to open up. So I'm in my app world browsing for apps, and I'm bored of browsing for apps, and I want to go back to my email. Swipe up from the black bezel, and as you can see, everything that you have open is still open, and you can go from back and forth. You can go from your messages, go to your browser, go to your app world, if you want to open more stuff, if you want to open your pictures are open. You want to open podcasts, podcast is open. I mean, this thing is the best multitasking device there is. You want to check your calendar. This is also new with OS 2.0. Calendar is open. You want to see some dates, see some appointments that you have. While that's loading, you can go up and all your apps are still open. Now there's two ways you can multitask. You can do that swipe up gesture that I showed, or you can swipe from the side, goes to the next tab, goes to the next tab, and goes to the next tab. If you want to close, you can do one of two things. You can hit the X button right there, or you can just swipe up, swipe up, swipe up, swipe up, up, and swipe up, and it's closed. So this is the best multitasking device that there is. Pretty good. Now let's talk about the sound quality. Like I said, you have stereo speakers. So let's play a preloaded song. Again, just like the visuals, you will not hear the full quality of these speakers by just watching the video. You have to hear it in person. Let's play this preloaded song. You can hear how amazing those stereo speakers sound. So speakers are amazing. And another thing about the multitasking, it does not stop whatever you're doing. As you can see, I'm out of the window and the music is still playing. Just as if you're watching a video, it won't stop playing your video will continue playing. Alright, let's say I'm watching a video. Show you guys what I mean. So now I'm watching a video and I want to go back to my screen. I swipe up, and as you can see, my video is still running in the background. No buffering, it's running normal. So this thing is a powerhouse when it comes to multitasking, and it's pretty darn good. So we talk about the sound quality, picture quality. So what's left to talk about is we talk about the apps. Not many apps on there as yet, but like I say, there will be some Android apps can now be booted over. You can side load it as well, which I wouldn't recommend doing. I would recommend just wait for the actual developer to put up the actual app. So let me show you another aspect of the screen resolution. Let's go through some pictures. These are preloaded high quality pictures that came with the playbook. See, very high quality. Again, it's even better in person. Alright, so I'm guessing that's about it. There's nothing much to talk about. It's a tablet like any other tablet, but it separates itself with its software, the QNX software. It's new, it's fresh, it's not what you're used to, and once as you get used to it, you're gonna fall in love with this. This has become a part of my everyday life. The main reason why I bought this is for school. Most textbooks are going electronically now, and they're cheaper. So instead of buying the physical textbooks, that if you're in college, textbooks are pretty damn expensive. So I decided to get this, and let me show you what I mean. It has Adobe Reader. So I just get my textbooks in PDF. This is a textbook I have for one of my CIS business class, and as you can see, I have the full textbook. Put it in portrait mode. Portrait mode, sorry. I have the full textbook. I can swipe, go to the next page. So it's pretty good if you want to read books or whatnot. Kindle will be put over. Kindle is not officially ported over as yet, but someone on Google has already created a bar file. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Blackberry apps are bar files, and Android apps are ABK files, I think. So someone has already ported over Kindle as a bar file. If you go on YouTube and type it in, I might give you the link if I can find it, and you can put the Kindle on here, and it works pretty fine. So that's it, guys. That's a Blackberry Playbook with the new Blackberry OS 2.0 software. It's pretty good. But one more thing before we go, we have to do a game. Let's do the preloaded Need for Speed Underground. You can't have a tablet review without showing some gameplay. This is free. You also have a shooter game that's also free, and you also have Asphalt 6, another racing game, which is also free. That's pretty cool. The graphics on this is amazing. The gyroscope works amazing. That's that processor speed. That dual core processor helps this thing a lot. So let's go into a quick race. Alright, let's go with that. I'm not pretty good with, gyroscope racing games. I like the physical, control. Let's do this. Ignore my driving, please. Do some nitros, wrong thing. I want to restart. I want to go back. Alright, let's do this. Nitros, or nitros, maybe call it. So the graphics is pretty nice. Again, you won't see the full graphics on the camera. You'll have to have the device at hand to experience it. So I would recommend. Excuse my driving. So I would recommend you going to Best Buy and give it a test run. You will fall in love with it, and for $199, how can you go wrong? This is the cheapest tablet out there, and it's not a amateur tablet. It's a good professional tablet, so it's well worth the money. And if you're in the need for a tablet, go pick this up. You will not regret it. I promise you that. So, Tour Tutorials, thank you guys for watching my Blackberry. Let's do a drift. I want to drift. I forget how you drift on this. So that's my review for the Blackberry Playbook with the OS 2.0 software. Hope you guys like it. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. And I'll see you guys next time. More Blackberry videos coming up with app reviews and all that and whatnot. So subscribe for more. And peace out. Watch that. Alright. Thank you guys for watching. See y'all next time. And peace out.